Dear Dhamma friends, today we are going to discuss about Satta Suriya Sutta, the fate of the world, actually the fate of the sun. Satta means 7, Surya means suns. When we think about this sutta, it is teaching us the 3 characteristics of the sun and the universe, anicca, dukkha and anatta. The destruction of the sun is explained in details. Mostly people are saying about this sutta, it is teaching us the cosmology. But there's a deep explanation about the 3 characteristics. When we think about the sun, it is difficult to believe that it will be destroyed in future. In this sutta, Buddha explained there may be 7 suns. How do you think about this sun? Will it be splitted into 7 parts, or will it die? The other suns will appear in the sky. This is little bit confused situation, difficult to answer, no? So modern science is explaining that the sun will die. Here some details you can read. The destruction of the sun, often referred to as the sun's life cycle and its eventual death, is a process that occurs over billions of years. Here's an overview of the key stages in the life cycle of the sun and its eventual destruction. Current stage, main sequence. The sun is currently in the main sequence phase, where it has been for about 4.6 billion years. Now the sun is old, about 4.6 billion years. During this stage, it fuses hydrogen into helium in its core, producing light and heat. The second phase, red giant phase. In about 5 million years, the sun will exhaust the hydrogen in its core. It will then start fusing hydrogen in a cell around the core, causing the outer layers to expand and cool, turning the sun into a red giant. The sun will expand to such a size that it may engulf the inner planets, including Earth. The third stage, helium fusion. Eventually, the core will become hot enough to start fusing helium into carbon and oxygen. This phase will last for a relatively short time compared to the main sequence phase. Fourth stage, planetary nebula phase. The outer layers of the sun will be ejected into space, creating a planetary nebula. The core will remain as a hot, dense remnant. Fifth phase, white dwarf. Dwarf, this word used in astronomy. It means the star or the sun will reduce the heat and the rays. Those kinds of stars named as white dwarf, we can pronounce it dwarf, and also black dwarf. The remaining core will become a white dwarf width will slowly cool and fade over billions of years. A white dwarf is no longer undergoing fusion reactions but remains hot due to residual thermal energy. The sixth stage, black dwarf, eventually the white dwarf will cool and dim to become a black dwarf. This stage is theoretical since the universe is not all enough for any white dwarfs to have cooled to this extent yet. Throughout these stages, the sun will undergo significant changes, impacting the entire solar system. The final stages, particularly the transition to a white dwarf and then to a black dwarf, signify the end of the sun's life cycle. When we think about this scientific introduction, what do you think about the teaching of the Buddha? In this sutta, Buddha explained there may be 7 suns in future when the time being, after a long time, there may be 7 suns. So according to this scientific explanation, this sun will die. No creating another sun. Let's see the teaching of the Buddha. According to my opinion, this sun will increase heat more and more. Then it will be splitted into 2 parts. Again, the parts will be splitted into many parts, up to 7. Science is still searching. They haven't given conclusions. They are doing experiments. So Buddha has found that kind of situation. When we learn this sutta, we can understand that teaching. The Satta Suriya Sutta serves as a reminder of the transient nature of the physical world and the importance of spiritual practice. It encourages practitioners to focus on the path to enlightenment and liberation, nirvana, which transcends the cycle of birth, death, and destruction. This sutta is often interpreted metaphorically to illustrate the impermanent nature of the world and the ultimate fate of all conditioned things. The imagery emphasizes the Buddhist teaching of impermanence, anicca, and the eventual dissolution of all phenomena. Main instruction is given, I took it as the topic, anicca bhikkhave sankhara, addhva bhikkhave sankhara, anassasika bhikkhave sankhara. Sankhara means formations. Impermanent bhikkhus are formations or conditioned things. Addhuva bhikkhave sankhara. What is the meaning? Addhuva. Addhuva means unstable. Unstable, not fixed, changing. Addhuva bhikkhave sankhara. Anassasika bhikkhave sankhara. Nothing to be attached on formations. Anassasika. Asada means getting pleasure, gaining pleasure through the sense organs. This line has translated by Piyatang in different way. He explained it as not secure of sankharas or formations. There is no secure, but the real translation must be there. We should not be attached to sankharas or formations. Anassasika bhikkhave sankhara. Such as it is because this is enough for one to be revulsed, disgusted. In this sutta it is explained, alam bhikkave nibbinditung. Alam bhikkave nibbinditung. Alang virajjitung, second line, enough to let go of them. Virajjitum means we should not attach to those formations or conditioned things, animate and inanimate objects in this world. We should not cling on them. We should not attach to them. Virajjitum, viraga means detachment. Raga means attachment. Viraga, from that word, virajjitum was occurred. Virajjitum, should not attach. And vimucchitum, enough to be free from them. Alang bhikkave vimucchitum, it is better to avoid them. We have to release all those attachments. The release is explained as vimucchitum. 7 suns in the world. The first sun, it means the present sun, which is in the sky today. There comes a time because after a long time, when there is no rain for a long time, for many 100 years, many 1,000 years, many hundreds of thousands of years, since rain does not fall, all plant life and vegetation, trees, that medicinal plants, grasses and fruit trees become parched, dry up and cease to be. Thus because impermanent are formations, anicca. So when the time being after thousands of years, as we discussed earlier, the heat will be increased of this sun. At that time, the water will not be there on this earth. Gradually it is drying up. Here it is mentioned, if the first sun, this sun, do such kind of things, here see no all plant, life, vegetation, trees, grasses, fruit, everything will dry up. So nothing to think about our body. Our body will be vanished. If these things vanish, no need to talk about ourselves. Our body will be vanished. Such as it is because this is enough for one to be revulsed or disgusted with all formations, enough to become dispassionate towards them, enough to be liberated from them. In every place, when the Buddha described 7 suns, at the end of each place, Buddha expressed enough for one to be disgusted and enough to become dispassionate towards them, enough to be liberated from them. Alang virajjitum, alang nibbinditung, alang vimucchitum. There are 3 expressions in this sutta. First one is alang nibbinditung. Nibbindati means disgust. The real meaning is, this word is understanding the reality. We don't attach. Normally, people are having attachments towards all those sensual pleasures. Whatever they see, they attach to them. Whatever they hear, they attach to them. So, this attachment is producing the cravings. If we produce cravings, it will be a cause for the deep attachment which is named as upadana. Tanha, upadana are two words. First we have tanha, means craving. If we have craving further and further, what will happen to us? We take it in a deep sense. It is called upadana, upadana, attach much. Then what will happen to us? It may be a cause for the rebirth. It may be a cause for the rebirth. The birth cycle will be produced because of the attachments. That is why Buddha said, alang virajjitum, alang nibbinditum, alang vimucchitum. Vimucchati means liberate. It is better to liberate. Alang means better. So, each section of these 7 sons, Buddha expressed, you have to think about this first son. He will do such kind of bad things, destructions in this world. It will burn these trees, grass, fruits and everything. So you have to think oneself about your body and about your belongings. All these things also will be destroyed. This way, Buddha explained the activity of the first son. I would like to explain about sankhara furthermore, because it is used in 7 places in this sutta. Sankhara means formations, conditioned things. There are few meanings of this word. One meaning is all the effects which are originated by causes, animate and inanimate objects in this universe are named as sankhara. Anicca-vata sankhara, vaya-dhamma sankhara, kaya-dhamma sankhara. In those lines we find that meaning. All the things produced by the causes are named as sankhara. Everything will be included into this word. In this sutta, sabba sankharesu nibbinditum virajjitum vimucchitum. We have to get disgusting position in all these produced things which are produced by the causes. That meaning is there. Animate and inanimate objects are connected to this word. The second meaning is thought. It is in 5 aggregates. Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana. I think you all know about 5 aggregates. Rupa means this body. Vedana means feelings. Sanya means science. Sankhara means thoughts. Vijnana means consciousness. So in 5 aggregates, it has given different meaning. What is the meaning? Thoughts. Sankhara means thoughts in the explanation of 5 aggregates. Then we can see another meaning. Accumulations in this birth cycle and previous births. Punya, apunya, anenja. There are 3 kinds of accumulations. Punya means merits. Apunya means demerits. Anenja means deep absorptions. These 3 accumulations are produced in birth cycle. When you hear this word, you will have a surprise, no? So, punya means merits. Will it produce birth cycle? So, why we do merits? No use of doing merits. You will get such kind of idea. Actually, that is the truth. When we accumulate merits, it produces good births, full of happiness, comfortable things, maybe get birth in the heaven, in human world, or in Brahma world. We don't go to hell. It's good, no? So, merits is supporting us to get good birth. That is why we are doing merits. But it is producing birth cycle, we have to remember it. So what to do to stop birth cycle? We have to develop kusala kammas. Kusala means 4 mindfulness ways, as you heard, satipatthana and bojjhanga, 7 bojjhangas, and also iddhipadas, noble eightfold path, ariyu attangiko maggo, and there are 7 limbs, 7 facts related to the bojjhanga. Total kusalas are 37. Sattis bodhipakkhika dhamma, sattatinsa bodhipakkhya dhamma, 37 limbs or facts are there as kusala kamma, kusala dhamma or kusala kamma. They are stopping the birth cycle. When we develop them, when we cultivate them, the birth cycle will be stopped. When we do these things, merits, demerits, deep absorptions, they are producing birth cycle. Merits means punya, apunya means demerits, papa. Ananja means there are absorptions or jhanas which are producing long life in Brahma world. Buddha said, these are accumulating because of the ignorance. Avidya paccaya sankhara. Because of ignorance, we are accumulating these things. Punyabhi sankhara, apunyabhi sankhara, anenjabhi sankhara. These 3 accumulations are named as punyabhi sankhara, apunyabhi sankhara, anenjabhi sankhara. They are accumulated because of the avidya or ignorance. What to do now? We have to understand it clearly. If you haven't started to develop the kusala dhammas, these kinds of kusala dhammas which are cause for the stop of the birth cycle, you have to do good things. You have to do meritorious activities. You have to improve these kinds of deep absorptions. Or else you will go to the hell. We have to stop the way going to the hell. It is the first thing. Then you have to turn your mind to this deep doctrinal side to stop the birth cycle. For that, you have to cultivate kusala dhammas. In Sabba Papassa Karanam verse, you can hear kusalassa upasampada, not punyassa upasampada. If all the Buddhas explain punyassa upasampada, what will happen to the doctrine? It may be your own teaching. Sachitta pariyodapanam, purify your mind. Sachitta means your mind. Pariyodapanam means purify. Etam buddhana sasanam, this is the advice of all the Buddhas. Buddhanam sasanam. Advice of all the Buddhas. Papassa akarana, don't do evil things, bad things. Sabba papassa akarana. Kusalas upasampada, we have to develop, cultivate kusalas. If we develop punya or merits, what will happen to us? It will produce birth cycle. We have to clearly understand it, and when we express this to other people, be careful, because the normal people are expecting happy life, good life. Then we inform them to do merits, accumulate merits, then you can stop the way to go to the hell, you can get good births. For normal people it is okay, but you are well educated in Dhamma. Now you have to think about Kusala Dhammas. When you offer something, just think this skill must provide the final goal to me, liberation. It is for the final goal. I will detach from these things, whatever I offer. No any more attachment, no any more clinging. I practice the detachment, doing this, offering this. At that time you are developing the kusala. As a habit of detachment, practicing detachment, you will detach from all the phenomenal things. You will detach from all the things in this world. It is a cause to remove the cravings. It is the way of removing cravings and upadana. It will stop the birth cycle. So you offer flowers, fruits, incense to the Buddha. When you do it, you have to think, these things I do seeking the final goal, nirvana, not seeking heaven or human world or Brahma world. If you expect heavenly life, offering flowers to the Buddha, what is there? Craving. There is craving. So yeah, you will go to the heaven, no problem. But it is not the end of this birth cycle. After vanishing the end in the merits, you will go to the hell, or you will come back to the human world. The heavenly life will stop. The Brahma world will stop for you. After ending the merits, you will come back. Endless. Buddha wanted us to end this birth cycle. That is why this explanation is given. So there are more explanations related to sankhara, mental, verbal and physical formations. Kaya sankhara, vachi sankhara, mano sankhara. Kaya sankhara means accumulated using physical body. Kaya means body. Vachi means words. Mano means mind. Using these three components, we earn merits. We do various kinds of activities. They are called sankharas. We are always earning, producing sankharas, using our body, words and mind. We are accumulating those three kinds of formations. Okay, I think you have understood the real meaning of sankhara. There are three main meanings. You have to understand. In three places it is explained in this great doctrine. So the second sun is appearing. If there is a second sun, what will happen to us? Today is very hot, and yesterday also very hot. Only one sun is there in this sky. If there are two suns, what will happen to our atmosphere, heat will be increased. The heat will be increased, can't live. So see what happened to the world. There comes a time, because after a long time, a second sun appears, because with the appearance of the second sun, all streams and lakes are parched, dry up, and become no more. All streams and lakes. In this sutta it is explained, Kunnadi Kusobha. Kunnadi means small rivers. Kusobha means small lakes, not big lakes. Later the big lakes also will be dried up. Such as it is because, you see the second line, thus because impermanent are formations, anicca, thus because unstable are formations, adhuva, thus because nothing to be attached on these formations, anassasika. Remember these three words, adhuva, anicca, adhuva, anassasika. Anicca, impermanent. Adhuva, unstable. Anassasika, nothing to be attached. Such as it is because this is enough for one to be revulsed, nibbinditum. Disgusted can be used for this word, nibbinditum, with all formations. Enough to become dispassionate, virajjitum, towards them. Enough to be liberated, vimucchitum, from them. It is enough to attach to these sankharas. When there is a second sun, where it moves, in commentary I found very important 2-3 lines. This sutta is appeared in Anguttara Nikaya, and also some explanations are given in Sumangala Vilasini also. It is commentary for the Digha Nikaya. Dutiyo Suryoti Adisu Dutiya Surya Kale Eko Udeti Eko Attangameti. If there's a second sun, one is arising from the east direction, the other one is setting in the direction of west. Here one sun is rising, the other one is going down in the west. So no night. There is no night. Always two suns are moving. Then Tatiya Kale, when the third sun appears, Eko Udeti, Eko Attangameti, Eko Majje Hoti. One is rising, the other one is going down, the third one is in the middle of the sky. What will happen to us? More heat. Yeah. Then, Chatutta Kale. Chattu kulike game chattaro pindacharika dwara patipatiya thitaviya honti. If there are 4 suns, they are in order. As the monks are going pindapata, sitting in front of the houses one by one. This is the given in Sutta Chattaro Pinda Charika Dwara Patipatiyatita. In this commentary it is explained. As monks are lined up in the Pindapatha, the 4 suns are there in the line. So more heat will come. In the same way, Panchamadikalepi Esevanayo when there is 5 suns, 6 suns, 7 suns, in the same way all are line up. Have some distance. The 7 suns appeared in the sky. So the science they haven't found this thing. They have to do some research on this matter. Buddha has explained about these 7 suns. So the scientists are explaining this sun will die. No more. We have to do some research on this matter. Then the 3rd sun is appeared. There comes a time, because after a long time a 3rd sun appears, because with the appearance of the 3rd sun, all the great rivers, that is to say the Ganges, the Yamuna, the Achiravati, the Sarabu and the Mahi, they are in India. All these rivers are in India, big rivers. They are parched, dry up and become no more. All great rivers are dried up. Thus, because impermanent are formations. Here also it is given anicca, thus because unstable are formations. Adduva, thus because nothing to be attached on these formations. Anassasika. If these great rivers are dried up, nothing to talk about our body, our life or our simple things, everything will be vanished. Such as it is because this is enough for one to be revulsed with all formations. It is better to disgust on the formations. Enough to become dispassionate towards them. Enough to be liberated from them. Then the 4th sun appears. There comes a time because after a long time, a 4th sun appears. Because with the appearance of the 4th sun, all the great lakes from which flow the great rivers, that is to say the Anotatta, the Sihapapata, the Rathakara, the Kannamunda, the Konala, the Chaddanta and the Mandakini are parched, dry up and become no more. These lakes are in Himalayan mountain range. There are 5 lakes, great lakes. Let's count how many. Anotatta, Sihapapata, Rathakara, Kannamunda, Kunala, seven lakes. Chaddanta, Mandakini. There are 7 great lakes in Himalayan mountain range. Anotatta lake is very famous. Lake Anotatta. Once Buddha went to that lake and he took bath there, Anotatta. And with monks, he went to this Anotatta and he created lotus leaves, informed to the monks, take seat on lotus leaves, and Buddha created the lotus flower. He sat on a lotus flower and asked to the monks, now you are having miracle powers. All monks are having miracle powers. There were 500 monks. Buddha informed them, it's time to describe the merits, whatever you have done to get these kinds of powers and to get good birth in your birth cycle and to become a monkhood, to become arahanthood. What kind of merits you have done? From the group, one monk started to explain the story of his birth cycle. his name is Nagita, as I explained. He has offered the Katina Chivara 30 years ago, great 30 years ago. As a result of that merit, he didn't go to hell. He got birth in heaven, human world, and Brahma world. Finally, he got human life and became a disciple of the Buddha and became Arahant with full qualities. He praised the Buddha, Venerable Sir, I have got these things because of the Buddha Dhamma. I did such kind of great merit in my birth cycle. Within this 30 great aeons, I never reached to the hell. I got good births in this birth cycle. So it was happened in Anotatta Lake. These great lakes will be dried up after fourth sun. Thus, because impermanent are formations, anicca. Nothing to talk about ourselves. Even these great lakes are drying up, we are nothing. Thus, because unstable are formations, addhuva. Thus, because nothing to be attached on these formations, anasasika. Such as it is because this is enough for one to be revulsed or disgusted with all formations. Enough to become dispassionate towards them. Enough to be liberated from them. Fifth sun appears. There comes a time because after a long time, a fifth sun appears. Because with the appearance of the fifth sun, the water of the great oceans recede 100 leagues. Leagues means, I have explained downside, a league, yojana, as an object is the yoke of an Indian plough, as a measurement of distance. It is as far as can be covered by a yoke of oxen. About 11.25 kilometers. About 11 kilometers. Yojana. There's another word, Gauva is in Sinhala, Gavuta in Pali. It is about 3 kilometers. Gauva and Yoduna, Gavuta and Yojana. This is the measurement of the distance in the period of Buddha. So Yojana means 11 about 11 kilometers. See the result of fifth sun. The great ocean reduced 100 leagues. The sea reduced, the water level of the sea reduced 100 leagues. How many kilometers? 1 league, 11 and 11.25, no? So just we can count, no? We take it as 12, then 1,200 kilometers, no? 1,200 kilometers. Reduce the water level in the sea. When the fifth sun is appeared there. Again, when the time been 200 leagues, 300 leagues, 400, 500, 600, 700 leagues, reduce the water level in the period of fifth sun. Then, see, 7 palm trees, the water level will be there, 7 palm trees, reducing, then the water level in the sea may be about 7 palm trees. When the time been, it reduced more, 6 palm trees, 5, 4, 3, 2. The water in the great oceans then stand at the depth of a mere palm tree, one palm tree. Reduce more. Then what will happen? 7 men high. The great ocean, the water in the great oceans then stand at a depth 7 men high. 7 men high. Then it reduces more, 6 men high, 5 men high, 4, 3, 2. Then man's height, one man's height. The water level reduce up to our level. Then half a man. In this sutta it is clearly explained. Then man's hip up to this place. Water level in the ocean is up to hip. Then up to knee, then up to ankle, then only a man's, the water in the great ocean then stand at a depth of only a man's height. I think it must be come up. Then, because just as in autumn when the rains are in large drops, in the hoof prints of cows, there are puddles here and there. Small water holes may be there, similar to a cow's hoof print. Then, thus because impermanent are formations, the great oceans are dried up. No more water. Nothing to talk about these things, animate and inanimate objects. Nothing to nothing is there to talk. Everything will be vanished. So this is enough for one to be revulsed with all formations. Thinking about this fate of the sun, fate of the world, we have to develop the insight meditation, insight or wisdom. We have to think about anicca, dukkha, anatta, impermanent condition, suffering and selfless condition. We have to take as meditative object. Sixth sun is appearing. There comes a time because after a long time the sixth sun appears. Because with the appearance of the sixth sun, this great earth and Sineru, the king of mountains, release a cloud of smoke. Because just as a raw pot release smoke while burning it. So Mount Sineru is always referring in many suttas, in Buddhism, in Abhidharma also. I have given some explanation downside Mount Sineru, because the king of mountains is 84,000 leagues long. Now you know the league, 1 league, 11 kilometers. So this mountain, Mount Sineru, is long 84,000. 84,000 leagues wide. 84,000 leagues submerged below the great ocean. And 84,000 leagues rising above it. So very big mountain. In some books it is explained as Himalaya mountain. In some books it is explained as this is the main central place in this universe, center of the universe, not the center of this earth, center of the universe, called Mount Sineru. However, this explanation, according to the commentary, it is Himalaya mountain. It starts to emit smokes because of the heat. Because of the heat, the earth and Mount Sineru or Meru will start to emit smokes. it is releasing smokes. That much heat is there. Then seventh sun is appearing. There comes a time, because after a long time a seventh sun appears. Because with the appearance of the seventh sun, this great earth and Sineru, the king of mountains, burst into flames and burns as a single blaze. Oh, it starts to burn. Because this great mass of blaze from the burning of the great earth and the king of mountains, thrown up by the winds, reach even the Brahma world. The flames go up and up to the Brahma world. The flames are moving. This earth will burn. Fire flames are emitting, releasing from the earth. It is burning. Because with the burning, blazing, destroying in a huge mass of blaze, the peaks of Sineru, the king of mountains, towering 100 leagues high, crumble away. The peaks 200, 300, 400, 500 leagues high, crumble away too. Thus, because impermanent are formations, this earth will be destroyed. Can't believe. But it is happening in future. It will be happen. If it is so, nothing to talk about this body. Everything will be vanished. All the sankharas, formations, conditioned things are impermanent. Even the sun, even the earth, even the Mount Sineru, all great oceans, everything are facing to this impermanent condition. Try to understand it. It is better to discuss about those sankharas, formations. It is better to detachment on those things. It is better to release from all those things. That is the instruction of the Buddha. In this sutta, we can see a story of Sunetta as given in the sutta, Satta Suriya Sutta. Once upon a time, because there was a teacher named Sunetta, a ford maker free from lust for sensual pleasures. Now, because there are many hundreds of disciples of the teacher Sunetta, the teacher Sunetta, because taught his disciples the teaching of fellowship with the Brahma world. He taught to his disciples to associate Brahma. It's sure that this teacher is connected to the Hindu or Brahmanism. So he taught as liberation, association with Brahma is the final goal, as Hinduism teaches us. That world now, those who understood everything that the teacher Sunetta taught in his teaching of the fellowship with the Brahma world after death, with the bodies breaking up, arose in heaven in the Brahma world. The students who have followed well his teaching got birth in Brahma world after the death. But those who did not understand the teaching in full after death, with the bodies breaking up, some were reborn in fellowship with the gods of Paranimita Vasavatti. Some were reborn in Nimmanarati. Some were reborn in Tusita, Yama, Tavatinsa, Chatum Maharajika. Some were reborn in fellowship with the Kshatriyas of the great halls. In the human world, they got birth as practicing his teaching. Some were reborn in fellowship with the Brahmins of the great halls. this great halls means Mahasala. In suttas it is given. Mahasala means the great families such as Kshatriya, the second one Brahmana, the third one households. We can take it as Vaisya. There are 4 castes in India. Even today it is, there are 4 castes. Brahmana, Kshatriya. Kshatriya means the clan of the kings, the generation of the king, royal family. Brahmins, Brahmana. The Vaishya means the traders who are doing business. Those are named as Vaishya. Then the Sudra means the lowest caste. When we go to Rajagahanura, Rajgir, we can see there's a hot spring place. I think Brother Leslie has seen it. The low caste people take bath downside of that hot spring. The upper side, Brahmins and Kshatriyas, the royal people are taking bath. Then the third place, Vaishya or merchants or traders, that family group are taking bath. The last, the Sudra, it means the low caste people are taking bath. That water is muddy. The water is not clean because the water which is used by all Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas are coming to downside. In that tank, they are taking bath. So the caste system is still there in India. When they get married, they consider it much. No mixing. If someone get married with low caste person, he will remove from their society. Punishment. So here we can see some people, some students who have practiced little bit, they got birth in human world but low caste. Then because this occurred to the teacher Suneta, it is not proper that I should have the same realization as my own disciples. It is better to further cultivate the loving kindness. Here, Buddha wanted to explain a very important fact. The practicing the teaching of Suneta, one can go the higher level of the birth cycle. It is Brahma world, then heaven, then human world. The disciples, all the disciples got that chance. Now the Suneta, the teacher, is thinking, if I get birth with them, it is no good for me. I am the teacher, no? So I have to get higher position than my disciples. What to do? Then because the teacher Suneta cultivated a heart of loving kindness for 7 years. He practiced Metta Bhavana for 7 years. Having cultivated a heart of loving kindness for 7 years, the teacher Suneta did not return to this world for 7 world cycles. So he got birth in Brahma world, that Brahma world also in a higher place, not similar to the Brahma world where the students, disciples got birth, a higher place. Because when the universe has devolved, collapsed, he went to the Abhasara world. At last, he got birth in Abhasara Brahma world. When the universe re-evolved, he was reborn in the empty Brahma mansion. Still, he is in Brahma world. Then because this Brahma became the great Brahma, he became the great Brahma, Lord of Brahma, the vanquisher, unvanquished, who sees all, the overlord, the Almighty, 6 times because he was Chakra, king of the gods. Many hundreds of times was he a wheel turner, Chakravarti Raja. Wheel turner means Chakravarti Raja, universal monarch. He became the king of this universe. Just a Dharma Raja, king of Dharma, conqueror of the 4 quarters, with a stable and secure country, endowed with the 7 jewels. Chakravarti Raja has got Satta Ratana, 7 jewels. It means powerful things. More than 1,000 sons, brave, heroic in form, crushing alien armies. Having conquered this earth, bounded by the oceans, he ruled justly by the Dharma, with neither rod nor sword. Yet because although the teacher, Suneta, has such a long time, a long life, lasted for so long, he was not liberated. He is not free from birth, decay, death, sorrow, lamentation, physical pain, mental pain, despair. He is not liberated from suffering. Though he got many births, long life, comfortable lives, even the Brahma, Maha Brahma position, Chakra, the Lord of the gods, and also the Chakravarti Raja, the universal monarch and the king of the whole world. But he is still in this birth process. He will get birth again and again. He will face to these kinds of conditions, decay, death, sorrow, lamentation, physical pain, mental pain, despair. All these things will come to him. Though he has got lots of properties. Then Buddha explained the path to the liberation. If someone needs to stop this birth cycle, he must practice 4 facts. So in this sutta, see how many important facts are given by the Buddha. So we are in this birth cycle because of not knowing 4 important facts. What are those 4 facts? Here it is explained. Why do we wander aimlessly in samsara? It's because we haven't yet realized 4 noble qualities. Chatunnam bhikkhave dhammanam ananubodha appativeda evamidam digamadhanam sandhavitam sansaritam mamancheva tumha kancha. I also wandered, roamed in this birth cycle without knowing these 4 facts. And also you. Katame sanchatunnam. Which 4? Ariyassa bhikkhave silassa ananubodha pativeda evamidam digamadhanam sandhavitam sansaritam mamancheva tumha kancha. It's because of not understanding and not penetrating noble virtue that we have wandered and transmigrated on such a long time. You and I. Buddha said, you and I, even Bodhisattva, hundreds of years he spent birth lives, many births he got in this birth cycle because of not knowing. First one, Ariyassa Silassa. We know the Sila. Sila means virtue, or what is called moral conduct. Moral conduct. There is different kinds of moral conducts in this world. People are practicing Sila, morality, but some moral conducts are not leading to the final goal. They are leading to the heaven or human world or Brahma world. Buddha wanted to express here Arya Sila. Arya Sila is the moral conduct which is leading to the final goal, Nibbana. Arya Sila. Whenever you observe 5 precepts, you have to think, I observe these five precepts to attain final goal or nirvana. Some people are observing precepts expecting the heavenly life, human life, Brahma life. This is no good. It is not Arya Sila. It is worldly moral conduct. Buddha wanted us to practice Arya Sila, means noble moral conduct which is leading to the final goal, salvation, liberation. So when we observe 8 precepts, 10 precepts, we have to think this Sila may produce the nirvana, final goal, liberation to me. It may helpful to me to reach to the final goal. With that thought, we have to observe precepts. Then it will become as Arya Sila. Arya Sila. Is it clear? Arya Sila. So, the second one, Aryasa bhikkave samadhissa ananubodha appativeda evamidam digamadhanan sandhavitam sansaritam mamancheva tumha kancha. So, without understanding, realizing the noble concentration which is leading to the final goal or Nibbana, we have traveled in this birth cycle, getting births thousands of times. You and me. Buddha said, you and me. Mamancheva tumhakam. Mamancheva means I. Tumhakam means you. You and me have traveled in this birth cycle for thousands of years. Countless births we have got. There is samadhi in many religions. In different ways, they are explaining the samadhi or concentration, but they are not Arya Samadhi. They are not Arya Samadhi. Now the third one, Aryaya bhikkave panyaya ananubodha pativeda. Without understanding the wisdom, noble wisdom, we have traveled in birth cycle, getting many births, you and me. The panya means wisdom. Aryaya bhikkave panyaya ananubodha, without knowing the noble wisdom. We have traveled in this birth cycle, getting many births. Therefore, you should understand the Arya Panya, noble wisdom, which is leading to the final goal. What is that? It is insight wisdom, insight meditation, vipassana, thinking impermanent, condition, suffering and selfless, or no soul condition. We have to meditate. We have to improve our wisdom, seeking the final goal. When we meditate on 3 characteristics, anicca, dukkha, anatta, all the seeds of cravings are removed from our subconsciousness. All the seeds of the kammas, previous kammas, will be removed from our subconsciousness. Then the mind will become empty one, purified one. Nothing is there, no garbages in the mind. All the seeds are removed from the mind. Then the reality of the world and this samsara birth cycle will understand as Four Noble Truth, as the dependent origination of Paticca Samuppada, clearly understand. And the three characteristics Anicca Dukkha Anatma will understand very clearly with that purified mind. That is why Buddha said you have to develop Arya Panya. Now Arya Sila, Arya Samadhi, Arya Panya is completed. Then the fourth one, Aryaya Bhikkhave Vimuttiya. Ananubodha Pativeda. We have traveled in this birth cycle without knowing the real release, noble release. There are many liberations in this society. Salvation, liberation, final goal. In many religions it is teaching. In Hinduism, in Islamic religion, and also Christianity, Judaism, in many religions they are teaching the final goal. There's a final goal. But they are not noble release. Buddha wanted to express, we have to clearly understand the noble release, actual release. We have to remove the attachment, bondages, and we have to stop the growing craving. We have to stop all the bondages. Then we can reach to the final goal, Nibbana. So the last one was Arya Vimutti. Do you remember them? Arya Sila, Arya Samadhi, Arya Panya, Arya Vimutti. In English, Arya Sila means noble morality or moral conduct. Then Arya Samadhi means noble concentration. The Arya Panya means noble wisdom. Arya Vimutti means noble release. Noble is there, not worldly. It is not mundane, supra-mundane, higher level of the morality, concentration, wisdom, and the noble release. When the noble moral virtue has been understood and realized, when the noble mental concentration has been understood and realized, when the noble wisdom has been understood and realized, when the noble liberation has been understood and realized, then the craving for existence has been uprooted. The leader to existence has destroyed. There is no more of this again becoming. Taidam bhikkhave ariyam silam samadhin panya vimutti anubodha patividdha uchinna bhava tanha kina bhavanetti nattidani punabbhavo. In this sutta, Buddha explained no more births will get no more births. We can stop the birth cycle, developing these four noble qualities. So, in a verse we can see the same thing. Silam samadhi panyacha vimutti cha anuttara anubuddha ime dhamma gotamena yasassina. In this sutta, it has given moral virtue, mental concentration, and wisdom, and the supreme liberation. These truths have been understood by Gautama, the famous one. That is the meaning of this verse. Then Buddhist cosmology, Big Bang concept. May I continue furthermore? Stop. 5 minutes? Okay, we will see. As you all have heard, the Big Bang, it is a scientific explanation. In 1927, an astronomer named George Lemaitre had a big idea. He said that a very long time ago the universe started as just a single point. He said the universe stretched and expanded to get as big as it is now, and that it could keep on stretching. When the universe began, it was just hot, tiny particles mixed with light and energy. It was nothing like what we see now. As everything expanded and took up more space, it cooled down. So this is the scientific explanation about this universe. The universe is all 13.8 billion. How long did all of this take? Last line you can see, well, we now know that the universe is 13.8 billion years old, this universe. Very long time. In Aggañña Sutta, it is explaining the starting position of this universe. The various levels of existence arrange themselves in world systems, loka dhatu. There are innumerable world systems which all expand and contract across vast expanses of time. You know, Buddha has explained there are thousands of world systems in this universe. Many solar systems are there, except our one. Satta Sahassi Loka Dhatu. Dasa Sahassi Loka Dhatu. We think we have only this solar system. But Buddha explained there are thousands of solar systems in this universe. In Aggañña Sutta, it is explaining contract and expanding situations in this world system. Pali text with the words of Buddha, Hotiko vasetta samayo yam kadachi karahachi digassa adunachena yam loko sangvattati. This is explaining extract and contract positions. Sometimes it is expanding. Sometimes it is coming back. It means contracting. So this is the way explained by the Buddha, the origin of this world. Tena samena hoti andakaro. Andakara timisa, first era, the darkness was there. Then second era, digasaduna chena ayam loko vivattati, starts to open this world system. Third era, ekodaki bhutam ko pana vasetta andakaro andakara timisa. Na chandima suriya panyayate, there is no sun or moon in the third era. Then rasapatavi, and at the third stage, the earth was full of water. Then the water is reducing little by little. Then the earth will be covered by a primordial soup, primeval soup. It is called chemical evolution of the earth. Vivattamane loke ebuyena satta abhasarakaya chavitva ittatam agachanti. When the earth is ready to get birth, some beings come from Abhasara world, they settle here. Digas adduna chandima suriya panyayati. After a few years, sun and moon are appeared in this earth. Nakhatta taraka, stars also appeared in the sky. So, origin of the primordial chemical earth, see this picture, the spread of water on the surface of the ancient earth is depicted in blue color. It is water. The yellow color hexagon cages are chemical earth looking like. Here we can see the chemical earth. Creamy block built on the surface of the water in the earth. The red dotted lines depict the creatures which were attracted to the primordial earth soup, came from the extreme corner of the universe. So, according to Aggañña Sutta, these beings, human beings, came from the Abhasara Brahma world. At that time, they are not humans. They are having the self-illumination light. They are similar to gods. Then they reached to this earth. After coming here, white dots, the dark background depict creatures came from Anguttara Nikaya. Here, outside of the circle, we can see some white dots. They are similar to the beings who are reaching to the earth from Anguttara Nikaya. They are actually similar to the gods. Here, order of the events: ancient era, gloomy dark universe, water globe, no sun, moon or stars, no features of day and night, days, weeks, months, seasons, years, no suitable environment for life breeding. Secondary era, beginning of the earth, life comes from another place in the universe. Absorption of primordial earth soup takes place by bioenergy. New life being absorption of this primordial soup and craving for the soup, imitation of each other. Physical, psychological changing of creatures took place according to the environment. Those gods became human being later because of the cravings. They developed the cravings attached to these things. Then the light of their body vanished. They became normal persons, vanishing out of the chemical earth and dearth of food. Beginning of sun, moon, stars, day and night, days, months, half months, seasons and years. Then tertiary era, beginning of first botanic, fungi, algae, mushroom. They became food for creatures. After eating mushrooms, being underwent physical change with different colors and forms. These informations are connected to the Agganya Sutta. According to Agganya Sutta, I have built up this chart. Fourth era, origin of the second botanical generation of creeping plants, Badalata. In Agganya Sutta, it is meant that Badalata, creepers. Long lasting of such plants, and they become the food of beings. Fifth era, beginning of the third era of cereal plants, grains, spontaneous rice plants, Sayanjata Sali, and they became food for beings. Strong physical change took place. First, gender differences took place. Appearance of genitals of the bodies of beings for regeneration. Beginning of sexual desire and sexual activities. Beginning of family units, villages, colonies, homes. Beginning of political, social, economical organizations. Beginning of the social classifications for the first time. For post-fifth era, dividing of land, storing of food, distribution of food, and beginning of bad habits such as stealing, lying, envy, anger, enmity, etc. Affairs of high human qualities like ethics and good skills, beginning of complex social status. This is the teaching of the Buddha in Agganya Sutta, how originated this world. How was the being? The being is having such kind of features, manomaya. They are made of mind, non-physical body. Manomaya satta. Pitibakha, feeding on rapture, delight. They didn't take food. The food was the rapture or happiness. Sayampabha, self-luminous as gods. Their body emitted rays, light. Antalikachara, traveling in the space. They were traveling in the sky in the beginning. Subattha, can be easily nourished. Chirang digamaddanan tittanti, capability of living for a long time. These words are in Agganya Sutta. Nature of the early beings who came to this human world from Abhasara Brahma world. They are having these features. So here modern science, the chemical earth is explained in science also. In Agganya Sutta also it is named as Rasapatavi. Rasapatavi is similar to the chemical earth, primordial soup of this earth, experimented by the scientists. It is same. The primordial soup theory is similar to the Buddhist theory. Some Alexander Ivanovich Oparin, he has done research on this matter. It is proved in the beginning of this world, the earth was covered by the water, then water reduced. After that, the primordial soup was there on the earth. It is similar to a food, can eat. Then the primordial soup is proved by a Sri Lankan scientist. He, Dr. Cyril Ponnamperuma, he did this research again. He created primordial soup. Then he saw the DNA and RNA in that primordial soup. It has got a power to reproduce the beings and the other inanimate objects, trees and creepers. All these things are coming up from that chemical earth. Life came from outside is proved by a Sri Lankan scientist, Chandra Wickramasinghe, professor of applied mathematics and astronomy. He said that because of the arrival of a comet, the seeds of the beings came into this earth according to his idea. Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to wind up my discourse. See that Satta Suriya Sutta, it is teaching us the fate of sun, and Buddha wanted to give advice to the all human beings. Try to understand the reality of the life and birth cycle, and try to understand impermanent situation and the suffering, and also no soul condition of oneself and other things. Then you can improve your wisdom, you can attain final goal, developing that wisdom. Then Buddha explained 4 facts we have to clearly understand. Ariya Sila, Ariya Samadhi, Ariya Panya, Ariya Vimutti. These 4 facts: noble morality or moral conduct, noble concentration, noble wisdom, and noble release. We have to clearly understand, then we should follow it. We should follow it. As a result of following these 4 noble things, we can attain final goal. We can stop the birth cycle. With the understanding of this great wisdom, may we attain final goal. Say sadhu 3 times. Now discussion. Okay, any questions?
When after these suns, so many suns, and then of course, when there's no water, then there will be no humans, no animals, and all that, right? But the life is still there. Where did all this? Will all these living beings be temporarily elsewhere? And when the sun and everything came back again in the next cycle, are these like you said just now, the lights, that sentient beings like gods like that, they came here into the primordial soup? Is that the cycle? Is this the cycle you meant?
Yes, it is a good question. In the sutta, especially in Aggañña Sutta also, in commentaries also it is explained, the beings move to Abhassara Kaya, Abhassara Brahma world. Because other world worlds will be vanished, burn. Up to Abhassara Brahma world, burn everything. In Abhassara Brahma world, the beings get birth. They stay there, and they are the Brahmas. They don't have physical body similar to us, but there's a subtle body similar to a manokaya, similar to astral body. So very subtle body is there. Without body the mind can't remain, or the consciousness can't remain. There must be a body, but it is very subtle. We can't see it. So those beings get birth here. I have one idea. If the chemical earth is ready here, the consciousness will come to this place and create body. Then different kinds of beings are starting in this world. As we all know, when mother and father get together, the seeds are coming, then the consciousness must come to that place, into the womb of mother. Then the being start to grow. If the consciousness will not come, no being there. The arrival of consciousness is given in this way, according to my knowledge. Abhassara kaya chavitva, the coming from the Abhassara Brahma world, they get birth here. So if the chemical environment is here for the beings are getting birth. For example, we can see we keep our rice plate for 1 month under our bed. What will happen to that rice plate? Worms are getting birth, they are moving worms. So even in fruits we can see worms. If there's a garbage or rotten things, we can see some worms, some kinds of beings are originating from that place. Because the chemical environment is produced there. To that place the consciousness automatically come. According to their karma, they reach to that place and get birth, make body, then came up. In the same way, I think the beings who are living in Brahma worlds, not all the beings in Brahma world come to the earth. Some gods, they have ended up their merits to stay in heaven. Then they get birth here. Here environment is prepared for them. The chemical, this is not happening today, I think. It is very special moment or situation in early period of this opening age of the earth. So human beings were got birth here as humans. The other beings also came here as consciousness arrival. The environment is ready. Normally human beings are coming from the womb of mother, no? So there must be man and woman, but in the early period, in the beginning, there were not man or woman. So it was occurred as a chemical evolution. Chemical evolution. So this is proved by scientists. Can in a tube, if we make the chemical environment, can produce a being. It is proved. Yeah, consciousness must come there, or else no use. We can't create a being.
So we are all from outer universe.
Outer universe. We were in the outside of this world, then we came to human world. That is the answer. Not all the beings come here, some beings came here. Okay.
Bhante, this Satta Suriya the Sutta, is it only implying or applicable to our solar system, or is it to all? You said there's, a few thousand solar systems or even universes. So does it apply to each one of them or only to us?
Yeah, it can be applied to all the solar systems. All the solar systems. Yeah. Same way as Buddha explained, there are some solar systems. Already they have got many suns, many moons. Many suns, many moons. In some solar systems have got 100 suns, 100 moons. Buddha has explained those things.
Still talking about this Abhasara world. So, if the world here is destroyed and every being is forced to go there, that means there must be good and bad beings that go there. So is that world itself also have its own, you can say heaven and hell, good and bad people, or somehow or other everybody becomes neutral in their thinking? Because from the description, it sounds like it's a fairyland, very nice, everybody shining, flying about. But in that world, right, is there its own systems of, good, bad, different tiers of existence, suffering or enjoyment there? Or it's just one neutral world? And secondly is, after the world is reformed again, if it's such a nice world there, it sounds like a nice world, right? Why would anybody want to come back? Or come down? Yeah. Why not just stay there all the time? Or it's just a few not so wise ones like us that comes down. The rest all actually are still there, and even up to today has not come back down.
Okay. Yeah. The second question is very clear that why all the beings don't come to this world. It depends on the karma. So all beings don't come here. The beings who are having karma to get birth in human world, they will come. And the first question was, all the beings are moving to the Abhasara Brahma world. So, some beings get birth in hell. Hell means there are some dark worlds in this universe. Some worlds are there in this world systems. They are full of fire. Always volcanoes are erupting. The red-colored iron water is there, full of heat. Some worlds are there full of acids. Some worlds are there full of various kinds of bad things. So in these world systems, there are some bad places. In those places, the people who have done wrong thing, bad thing, demerits, they will get birth in all those places. They will not come here because still they are suffering. The beings, we take human beings. The human beings who have cultivated good qualities, they will get birth in Abhasara Brahma world. The other beings who have cultivated bad things, they will move to bad worlds similar to hells. They will get birth in those places, but they can't come here. The Abhasara beings can come here, they are meritorious. As I informed earlier, all the Abhasara Brahmas will not come here. Who has got the last moment of the merit, they come here. They get birth here. That is the answer.
Bhante, there's this question. Our ancestors passed away, and some of them did not get a good rebirth. They are around in this world. What can we do to make them get a good rebirth? Because the merits that they cultivated, they are not able to get a good rebirth. So as we are the younger generation, how do we make them to be better?
Yes. Our departed ones are sometimes in this world, sometimes nearby us, sometimes out of this world. How to transfer message to them, how we can make them their life comfortable, peaceful. We use our mind waves. We accumulate merits. We do good things, accumulate merits. We offer dana and we do good things. While we are doing, we accumulate merits. We have to think, these merits must reach to my departed one. After receiving this merit, may he get good condition. May he get good positions, removing suffering and bad conditions. May he attain heavenly life or Brahma life or human life again. We can transfer merits using our mind waves. We use mind waves. We can't see them. Sometimes in this hall there may be spirits. No need to be afraid. But there may be, here may be one spirit. The person who has passed away, supported this place, he is still here after the death. He is listening to this Dhamma talk. He is so happy, but we can't see. We transfer merits to them also. Then he can observe. He can get it. Some persons who have departed from us, they are not nearby us. They are in other world, in the corner of the universe. We can send this message using our mind waves. When we think this merit should go to that departed one, thinking his name, thinking about the relation, mother, father, like that, we transfer merits. Then the mind waves are rushing towards them. The mind waves are very fast moving. 1 second, the mind waves can jump 1,000 kilometers. The scientists have found it. They have done experiments. Within 1 second, the mind wave can run 1,000 kilometers. How fast? So when we think the merits may reach to my departed ones, may he get good birth, may he get happiness, comfortable life. At once the condition will be changed there. After receiving our merit, they will get good birth. There may be accident. He will die at once. Then he go to the heaven because of our merit. If someone transfer merit to us, think I was born in Thailand last life. They are giving merit to me, transferring merit to me. Here I will face two accident. I will die. Then I will get birth in heaven because very powerful merit reached to me. No need to waste time here. I should have a comfortable life, heavenly life with that merit. So here accident. Simple case, maybe they are for the death of mind. So using mind waves, we can give the blessings to all those departed ones. Mind waves are using. Yeah.
Thank you, Bhante. I'd like to ask 3 questions. The first one is, because we know the upcoming Buddha as a Maitreya Buddha, so whether we can know which will be the timeline where Maitreya Buddha will appear, because we know that when all the current knowledge of the teachings of our current Gautama Buddha is lost, then the Maitreya Buddha will appear, but will it be before the suns appeared, or the first or up to the 7th sun appear, and what will be the timeline for that? The second question is, you mentioned about, of course we all know about Mount Sumeru, but whether we can see that in our physical world, because you mentioned that 84,000 leagues, but I don't think the Himalaya mountain is that high, so we are all very curious where is it located actually, and whether there's a lot of talks about Earth being flat and all that. And also when the finally Mount Sumeru is ablaze, when the 7th sun appeared, so whether all the other beings in all the other planes of existence, like the Devas in Tusita heaven, or the beings in hell heaven, or the hell realm and all that, where would they be? And the third question will be on the Paticca Samuppada, and of course you also mentioned on Big Bang theory and what happened maybe before the Big Bang, the first point, and how that can maybe relate to the concept of Paticca Samuppada, all related to other beings before being existing. So yeah, thank you, Bhante.
Actually, as you mentioned, the Mount Sumeru is a controversial fact. Anyone can't explain clearly because we don't know which one has taken by the Buddha. 84,000 leagues are high, long, wide. So underground there may be more and more. We don't know when the time being it is covered. If we count the height of the mountain Himalaya, so I think it must not be Mount Sumeru, because Himalaya is not that much high when we count it. So exactly we can't say this is the Mount Sumeru. So in literature there are some explanations as the axis point, the center point of the universe is called Sumeru, Mount Meru, and in some places it is given there are 4 great continents surrounding the Mount Sumeru. South side Jambudipa, north side Uttarakuru Island, north side. So west Apparagoyana, and east Pubbavideha. In suttas it is explained. So Jambudipa is south. According to that point, the Himalaya is north, as we all know, northern India, north side, Nepal, and that side Mount Everest and all those things. So south side Jambudipa, no? It means we are worshipping those places, Jambudipa, the birthplace of the Prince Siddhartha and the enlightened place, and the passing place and the preaching place, Varanasi. All those places are south side. Then we can take Mount Himalaya as the scenario, according to the explanation of suttas. In suttas, it is given Uttaring Uttarakuru Deepa, Dakkinena Jambudeepa, Pachimena Aparagoyana. Aparagoyana means the Arabic countries, that side, Aparagoyana, western countries. So the eastern side, Pubba Videha, it means Thailand, Myanmar, these eastern countries. So we can take it as Himalayan mount range. We have to find more about that. Arrival of Maitreya Buddha, actually before end this destruction of the world, Maitreya Buddha will come. Some destructions may occur in this world. There are interim destructions named as Satta, water. By weapons, people will be vanished. People will use very dangerous weapons. Then all the human beings will be finished in this world. Maybe some will remain. So it is called Satta Antakalpa. Satta. Jala Antakalpa, the destruction by water will be there in this world. Not complete destruction, some natural disasters. Wind, Vata Antakalpa, with the power of wind, many things will be vanished. This way, some destructions will happen in future, but not completely destroyed by those natural things. Then the new society will appear in this world. At that period, again people will start to search the truth. In that period, Maitreya Buddha will come. In this great eon, it is called Bhadrakalpa. This is called Maha Bhadrakalpa, Kakkusanda, Konagama, Kashyapa, Gotama, Maitri. These 5 Buddhas will get birth in this world without ending this world system. Before the end of this world system, Maitreya Buddha also will get birth. That is the answer. Okay, transfer. Okay, now it's time to transfer merits. We have earned lots of merits. May these merits reach to the gods. May they get peaceful and happy life in their birth cycle. May they attain final goal as soon as possible. Thinking on that, say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu. And this merit may reach to the departed ones. There are many relatives departed connecting to us in this birth and in previous births. May all those relatives gain this merit, and the relatives who are connected to this temple, the persons who supported to build up these buildings, this Buddhist Maha Vihara take this merit, all may reach to good places, good births, and may they attain Nibbana as soon as possible. Say sadhu 3 times.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
And all of us will get good birth process in this birth cycle until we attain final goal. We get good births, and with the support of this great meritorious action, may we reach to final goal as soon as possible. Say sadhu 3 times.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay.
Thank you, Bhante, for this very interesting Dhamma sharing. It's almost 2 hours we've been here. Buddhist cosmology is a very big subject. I think it'll take us some days to actually fathom this. And there's so many suttas that depict or tell the story of the Buddhist cosmology. So thank you, Bhante, once again for sharing your Dhamma knowledge with us. Bhante will be here on Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. He'll be talking on Buddhist economic theory and good governance, according to the Buddhist teachings here. So please join us on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Thank you and good night.
Okay, see you again.